All right, let's see what's up for the day. I've got a work in progress here, as is always the case. I'm trying to link things up in a nice way here, and I'm struggling a bit, but that's what this stream is for, messing around and working on my SVG library again, making some demonstration sites and that sort of stuff. So I realize one thing that might actually be causing this. Oops. There we go. I might need to restart this session and see what's up. Dev build seems good. Let's see if this works at all. I think not. All right, well, I'll have to study this a little bit more, figure out where I'm going wrong with the structure of this. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. I mean, there's ways to figure it out, I'm sure. Let's see what the actual state looks like, because maybe it's not forming properly. Oh, what did I do wrong here? Oh, I think I probably have to wrap it in a string for simplicity here. Okay, so so this is the state atom, and I think no, see, that's the thing. It doesn't update when I change the code here, because that's sort of handled, I guess, outside of that, or I have to hook in I have to do this differently. Simple as that. I mean, the simplest possible way, and I already had it working this way, is to Actually, let me see this here. Doesn't end up getting reevaluated, so that's not what I'm after. Well, let's simplify this a little bit then. I'll get rid of this reset stuff so it's not putting weird stuff into the state, and I'll take this back into the consideration here. That should simplify a few things. And I can get rid of these. I'll leave this state in here. This is, I don't need it really, but I'll leave it in for the time being in case I want to look at it. Okay, so this should now move. Yeah, see, now we get updates because it's, yeah, okay. So I don't know how to properly integrate this Clips plugin into a reagent project yet, so maybe I could figure that out, but I'll have to see. Let's do this. You know what? I'm actually going to be right back. I won't be too long. Okay, pardon me. Let's see what we've got here. Wrong one, clips.lang.reagent. Not sure that's going to be exactly helpful for me. Actually, wait a second. Let me think about this. Okay, that's not what I thought. Or not quite anyway. Oh, I see. It does make an async channel and everything, though. I don't want to worry about that. let's just poke around clips dot utils maybe. What's in here? Ooh, there's an on change. I'm not sure how to go about this either. Let's not worry about that yet. Let's get the bare bones of this working at least. Hey Mike, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Oh, I missed something here. There we go. Oh, that's not what I want. All right, let's, now I want to get this snippet looking a little nicer. So what I'll do here, let's actually change this. Let's just make it a string. It'll be a little easier, I think. Don't need any of that anymore. Okay. All right. Let's see what's what. Oh yeah, indent doesn't fix itself inside this string, unfortunately, but I'll just have to deal with that. And that's okay. That's all right. Oh, you know what, actually, I think this will be wrong. We shall see what's up in a minute. Anything new going on your side of things, Mike? What was I doing? That doesn't matter all that much. Let's do that like this. That's a little ugly, but that should work just fine. Beating your head against the wall all day, so no, nothing technically new. Oh man. Technical issues or human issues, or both? Often they're one and the same, but sometimes they're different. Sorry to hear that. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Mostly technical, thankfully. Yeah, at least at least you can focus on the technical stuff a little bit then. Oops, let's escape that. All right, so the name of the game today, I gotta fix that. I'm using a few plugins and libraries just to make a sort of bare bones interactive environment for my SVG library. I can put that, I can link it in the README, that's the word, for my library. I pushed a release and I'm starting to try and get people to look at it and get some feedback and stuff. Just gonna improve the docs a bit here and there, and I'm gonna soon, I wanna put an artifact up on the Maven repository so that people can try the library out in its sort of pre-release kind of form. But we'll see how it goes. So so far things are okay. I posted it to the Clojurian Slack for some feedback on a particular issue, and there's a few places I can go to dig into it further. And I posted it on Twitter, and that's getting a pretty positive reaction so far. I mean, the stars went up a little bit from, I think it's even higher than that now. There you go. A few more stars since I posted it, so there's interest to say the least. And what I'm going to kind of do from now on, I think, is as I find or run into questions related to design issues or implementation details, I can start to properly use the issues here. So I put 2 of my own issues here about questions I'm not certain on yet. So it's actually coming, it's all coming together a little bit. That's awesome. Congrats. Yeah, thank you. I'm proud of this work, and I'm excited to I'm excited to see some people try it out and give feedback, right? Because I think there's an element of any project where you get so into it on your own that it starts to make logical sense, or it seems to feel like it makes logical sense. But who knows? There might be things that are totally strange to someone from the outside looking in. So it'll be really nice to see other people, maybe playing around with it and discovering things that are really good and really bad, and I can just improve it from there. But man, it's a little nerve-wracking too, to actually say, hey, look, I made this, try it and see if it's good or bad, But it's more than nerve-wracking, it's exciting because it means it can get better from here. And yeah, so this alone, the stars, it's just a nice little thumbs up kind of thing from people. Nothing major, but it means, it means a lot. So I'm in a good mood about it. I want to make some cooler illustrations to put as examples too. I mean, this is kind of neat. It shows that you can, do things in a nice little for loop. I picked maybe a bad color. It's a little hard to see in the dark layout. Let's not go into settings. There might be private stuff there. I don't know. Anyway, these are all things I can work on. The next thing I want to do though is there's a plugin called Clips. I've talked about this on my stream a little bit before. Oops, I don't need to do that. It lets you make interactive code snippets, and it evaluates Clojure script in the browser. So all I'm doing is I'm gonna style this page so that it looks like a kind of editor. And I want to make it so that users can try the library directly. Oh, what? Am I on the wrong version of the page? I have too many pages open. So that's a little bit of the motivation today. Yeah, I like the dark theme, but the contrast makes it a bit hard to see the picture. Yeah, it was a foolish decision on my part. I can actually fix it. Let's see, where's the example? I did it here, I think. This one. I need a better color for it here. I need a color that'll work on the light and the dark theme. So let's do good old Nord theme, and then hex to RGB, because I haven't memorized colors yet, and I don't. Well, I mean, I know names of colors, like I went to primary school, but not what I mean. Is that actually the right? Which one of these is the right color? Is it this? All right, I'll try that. That's fine. And that would be, oh right, I have to actually generate it again, but I'll get to that later. It's no big deal. Ooh, I should put some rounding in there too. Here's the color. But I actually can't just do it manually in here because every color is actually different. It steps the opacity down, so I'll just generate it later. I might forget though, but whatever. It doesn't matter all that much right now. I want to keep things going with this. See if I can make it look okay. And go from there. So we have the example code here, which I'll make more interesting later, of course, but it's a reasonable start. And actually, let's just test things a little bit here. If I do oh, that just deletes it. Okay, well that's fine. Let's do what have I done? Oh, well, whatever. Oh, SVG circle. Gotta make this a little easier to use, but it's a good start. It's working. That's nice. That's kind of a nicer example than just the regular circle. So let's copy that, paste it in here. Oh no, what's oh, I see, there's strings in it, or quotes. I just have to escape that. That's okay. That'll be good. Oop. Why is that? I might have missed something. I've got an extra bracket somewhere in here, I think. No. What did I do wrong? Strings are pain sometimes. Not a big deal. I'll figure it out. This doesn't make sense. I just have become a little confused. That's I'll have to fix that up. Let's get rid of this, please. Okay, REPL's not something. I'm just a little confused by this. Okay, that's working. All right, let's do it the slow way. I'm not sure what went wrong there. I mean, it could be it could very likely be a problem of mine. I just didn't understand it, but whatever. All right, translate. Fill. Okay, that's working so far. No, that's not. I don't get it. That's a little weird to me. This is how you escape strings, right? Or quotes, I mean, right? Am I wrong about that? I might be wrong about that. Why did I used to know this. I'm having a brain fart today. Looks correct. I hope so. Quotes. Not in JavaScript. No. Ugh, whatever. Well, okay, let's just keep going. We'll see if I can get it to work. If I can't, I'll just do a simpler example and deal with it later. It could also be some weird parsing problem with org mode. Okay, that's supposed to be correct now, right? It just doesn't work. That's strange to me. I don't understand. Okay, no, is it working now? Now I don't understand. Okay, here we go. I think we're good. There we go. Perfect, kinda. I don't know, maybe there was a weird state discrepancy between the browser and reloading the code. I'm not sure what happened there, but it looks like it's rendering okay now, so that's good. Let's, yep, black. Yep, that's good. Good, okay. All right, so we're not out of, we don't have to worry about that at least. Okay, a lot of these things are more trouble than I think. That's always the case. Things are always a little more difficult than I expect them to be. Maybe not always, but often. I think I'd learn by now. Well, so the next thing I want to do is change the code mirror color scheme and the font size a little bit on this editor. And the right way to do that is how? Excuse me. Here. Let's do this. I think this is what it is. Code mirror options in. And that is a map itself with let's try line wrapping. Set to true. Refresh the page and see if that does anything. Oh. Let's see, how do we test line wrapping? Looks like it works. Oh, it's gonna complain. This is a wrapped line. It is wrapped around the screen. Okay, that looks like it's working, so that's good. Okay, so let's now get rid of that so it's just a little cleaner. How about that, huh? Oops. Okay, let's find a color scheme option here. I think theme. I don't know what theme options there are. Theme directory. Whoa, boy. There's a lot. Nord. Okay, that's promising. I wonder if I have to... Probably have to pull that CSS in somehow. I'm pretty sure it's not just going to magically work. Yeah, no. Not quite. That's fine. Fine, I guess. Let's read this here. Must make sure the CSS file is loaded. See the theme directory. Default is default. Well, let's do the easiest thing here. Let's go. I mean, I guess I could just copy and paste it right in here. Oh, let's try this. I don't know if it'll work, but go for it. Not yet. Let's see here. There's so much stuff that it adds in here. There's a lot of extra stuff. I'm not totally sure. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I'm even including this CSS into here. Oops. I'm not tangling that one. I need this. I should clean this up just a little bit, eh? Okay, we're on the right track. The background color is incorrect. Did I mess something up there? I suppose I can look at it in the editor here where there is some color associated with things. Okay, so background is supposed to be there. Why is that not being... Maybe I just need to refresh it. Let's have a little look at that. That's not it. Let me see. Why is the background being set to white? Where's that coming from? Oh, code mirror CSS. Is this one of those CSS things where I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens when I delete this. Refresh, please. It got worse. I love it. I'm sure it's not that complicated. I might just be... maybe I have to apply class to the root tag here. I also want to get rid of this. I don't need that. ID root class equals... let's read about this here. I don't understand. All right, let's see here. CSS, please. Not my own CSS. We'll go to this one. All right, let's see. This feels incorrect. This doesn't feel like the right thing to be doing. But let's I mean, it's just CSS. It's not gonna ruin things really. That's not it. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm just so confused about this. Color. Obviously that's not helping. Hey, fear code. What's going wrong with the CSS here? Oh man, I have no idea. So all I'm trying to do is get this theme set up, and so the background color is incorrect. That's all. So the highlight color is nice and everything, but the background color is set to white for some reason, and I don't know why. So I'm just poking around trying to see where that's coming from is all. So I thought this line up here, would properly set this background color on the element, but it doesn't seem to be. So I'm just trying to figure that out. That's all. Just get rid of some of the stuff that wasn't working anyway. Oop. Yes, don't worry. Okay. That looks like it should work. No. Oh, I moved. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, fine. I'll move it. Okay. Well, okay, let's keep looking. No, I don't want that. Let's just have a quick peek through what other changes I might want to make, and then figure out the background color thing in a little bit. Line wrapping true. Yep, I want to keep that. Should line numbers be shown? I wonder if that's helpful. Kind of don't think so. I need to fiddle around with that formatter. Find line numbers pretty good, especially when trying to communicate where in my program I'm having problems, but that's just me. Well, so I like line numbers a lot too, though this is not really, this is meant more to be like you're not going to actually do quote unquote real work in this. You're just going to be playing around with the library. So my thought was maybe it's going to kind of get in the way a bit, kind of clutter up the space, but let's see what it looks like, right? I mean, it's just it's a toggleable option. It's not a big deal. See, line numbers have the right, what is going on? That's the right background color there. I don't understand. Okay, let's see. Render, that's the SVG there. This is what I'm looking for. So this class thing is not correct, so I may as well just get rid of that anyway. And also, title. That's good. This class thing, like I said, I can just get rid of that. Oh, and then, no, never mind. That's just super weird. Okay, let's try to find back that element that had the white background on it. Okay, here we are. So okay, so that's coming from codemirror.css, which is built in, and all that stuff is fine in theory. But it's also not changing. I don't know. Well, maybe I could do this. Let's do CSS. Let's hack it. What? I'm constantly baffled by simple things like CSS. I just don't know what's actually going on. That's the problem here. Maybe it's something really obvious, I'm not sure, but there's so many divs that it puts in that I just don't quite understand where other things are disappearing to or from, you know? Like, is this, should I just do this? Code mirror like that. Background. Or maybe it's not a problem with the CSS, but it's maybe a problem with, okay, so that worked. Je suis confused. I don't know if that's the right way to say confused in French, but I'm perplexed. But I suppose it's good enough. Try making a different color in the browser, see if it takes. Might be it defaults to white from some other class. See, the thing is, I do also wonder if it's more than one. Okay, no, that is. Oop. Not what I meant to do. Did I delete things by accident? Well, whatever. I actually, I'm gonna make this just a little darker yet. Let's do color meter. You know, I'm not gonna spend a ton of time worrying about what I'm not understanding yet. I'm just gonna get something kind of working, and like this is just a rough approach anyway. I mean, there's if you get something, it's better than nothing, and I can fix it from there later on. Rgb to hex, please. Oop, wrong. 31, 35, 42. That doesn't look right, but maybe it is. Let's see. All right, let's see if that looks nice. What? So it's not this that matters, it's this one? I'm going insane. Honestly, a bit surprised that this thing doesn't have a theme option that you can set that'll just color it all according to that theme nicely. Well, it's supposed to, it just isn't working. Or something. Like there's something I'm not understanding. Do you see that? Now, that's just strange to me. Everything else is working though. Like all the other colors are fine, and so what it is supposed to, like, I'm pretty sure if I unset this, for example, if I don't put the theme option through there, it will just default back to some normal one. And maybe now the background color, yeah, see there? So it's supposed to, it's supposed to be working, and it mostly does. I think there's just a conflict with background color somewhere. Or maybe the order of CSS is wrong. I don't know. I'm not sure if it loads the top CSS and then it loads and overrides. I have no idea. But I'm going to call that acceptable for right now and move on to getting things positioned in a way that's a little cooler looking. I'm going to hope that that's fine. Oh boy, I gotta have a headache. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to get some Advil. Sometimes I get those headaches like right behind the eye kind of thing, and it's uncomfortable is the the short of it. So hopefully that helps. I think I'll be okay. I usually am. All right. Let's see what else I can change here. Where am I looking here? Okay. So let's also, I would like to also change the font size. Uh, 0M seems good. Okay, so that actually does work. I don't know what, if I should do, I'm never, you sure they aren't migraines? Oh, they probably are migraines. I don't get it nearly as much, but I actually have migraines where the side of my face goes numb, and then my arm on the same side goes numb. It basically looks and sounds like I'm having a stroke, mild stroke. I went to the doctor and got MRIs to confirm that it wasn't, and they're like, you look fine, it's probably migraines. Luckily, they corresponded with high periods of stress, and I'm better and better at living my life in a in a happier, lower stress way. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I'm learning, I'm learning these tricks about how to handle my own my own brain. No, so that sounds pretty rough. Well, so I won't sugarcoat it. It's certainly not fun, but I also no need to throw me a pity party or anything. It's it's just a thing that I have to deal with, and now that I know, well, for now, one good thing is, okay, if my arm's going numb, it's most likely a migraine. I can be calm and okay with that. The bad thing is, as I get a little bit older and run into the situation where it could be a stroke, now I have I have some reason to think it might not be a stroke, right? So I don't know how that is gonna all shake out, but I don't want to worry about things that I can't really prepare for. I'm not gonna be worried about it too much. Point is, I'll be fine. No pity necessary. It is a bit rough, but it's part of my life, right? I just have to deal. And like I said, it's way less common now, so that's a good thing for sure. Right. Okay. Good font size. That's the question I can never answer. I'm not totally happy with how this is rendering, to be honest. It doesn't look clean to me. A very subjective opinion. Font size 12 pixels, 12, 11, 10 point. Fonts, you should use the point system, right? Not like pixels or whatever. I don't actually know anything about all of the different options for that sort of thing. Call me naive or ignorant, I don't know. I think 10 or 11. I'll stick with 10 for now because I kind of like how it looks. But let me figure out what element to put that on first. Oh yeah, that's right. I put it on the root. I think that's fine for now. You can use a number of units for fonts, pixels, EM, VM. What's VM? I also, come to think of it, I actually don't have a clear enough picture of what EM is either. I just happen, I think EM is like, is the pattern that you set your font size with a point or pixel or something, let's say 16. It's a percentage of vertical screen space or something like that. Okay, right. And EM is a percentage of top level font size or something like that, right? Is that right? Or line size or something? Man, I don't know. Is there like there should be a metric system for CSS values and stuff. I never quite understand when it's the right time to use different things for CSS. Not a CSS guy? Yeah, I'm not either. Oh, I'm stressing for no reason. It's not that big a deal. This isn't even a real project. It's just a kind of a fun helper page type, or not helper, fun interactive page. I shouldn't worry about it too much. And I'm sure if it's on an open source page, people might be able to improve it or suggest how I do it better, or more likely, not worry about it at all. What did I add the font size thing to? Oh, geez, I'm going in circles today. I'm sorry. A little bit scatterbrained today. Font size, let's do 10 point and see if that looks good. So this Clips plugin that I'm using doesn't really work nicely, or at least it's not working nicely with my setup of Figwheel's hot code reloading. I'm just refreshing the page because this disappears every time I hot reload the code here. Don't know what the deal is with that. Okay, now let's see. What I want to do now, I want this editor to be 100% of the height. But before that, let's start with the height thing. There was a bit of information about it here. Here we go. This is helpful. .CodeMirror modify the plugin's borders and CodeMirror's containing div. Modify the console's title. There's no output. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. Okay. Demos/styling. Oh, maybe I should have just gone there from the beginning. Oops. This is not functional, unfortunately. So this clips thing I've used a little bit off and on before, and I'm really impressed with the plugin and the level of detail in the documentation and all of that stuff. Unfortunately, I do find it to be a little bit brittle and kind of convoluted to set up. So I think I want to maybe come up with my own sort of implementation that's a little more stripped down to be more precisely what I need, avoiding potential pitfalls of the Clips plugin being, because part of the thing is it's much bigger than I need it to be, right? It can evaluate JavaScript, Ruby, PHP, Clojure, and I think even Python. Like, look at this. There's all kinds of things you can run in the browser, which is really cool, but it's definitely more than I need for my use case. So I was scrolling up to click something and I've forgotten what it was. Let's see here. Demo/styling. That's what I was trying to find. All right, let's see. Ooh, padding, that'll be a good thing to do. Yeah, see, even they're using important to force CSS rules a little bit. Okay. So this will be quite helpful, I think. All right. I love it. Documentation is always important, but I do find myself more often than not referring to examples a little bit more frequently than I do the documentation for a lot of things. I mean, when it comes to libraries with a lot of different little functions, it's nice to hit the API and stuff like that, the API documents, but I don't know, examples are a really nice way for me to understand how to actually build something. So that is why I want to make sure as much as possible that I put in reasonably good documents and examples with my SVG stuff as things go on. That'll be it's valuable to me to do that, I think. 10 pixels. Let's also do border none. Important, please. I always find it just a little bit funny that CSS has an important thing, like, you know, so I understand the reason is you can have conflicting definitions when you pull in different style sheets. I totally get that, but it just is funny because on some level, anytime I write it, I'm thinking, well, I mean, if this style were not important, I wouldn't put it in the style sheet, right? Like, by definition, the fact that I'm writing it in my style sheet means it's important to me, but I know obviously real life is a little different. I don't know that I made it work. It didn't work. Oh, maybe. CSS is a bit weird at the end of the day. Yeah, you'll get no argument from me there. I don't love it. Like, it's because it has the allure and promise of being simple and straightforward, but there are so many features to it and little gotchas that you have to know that I find it unfortunately frustrating to use. That's why I was really keen on, I found my favorite kind of CSS themes are minimalist CSS themes. They're basically no class structure. They're pretty much just, hey, if you have a H1 tag, this is the size. If you have a paragraph tag, this is the font, this is the size, this is the padding. Extremely simple to understand and quick to modify if you need to. So I found one of those and put it in all of my documents for all of my CLJ projects. This here, all of this CSS is not really part of, or all of this here is pretty much the minimal definitions that I'm happy with. And I stick with really simple fonts too. ones that are pretty much guaranteed to look okay and be installed already on everyone's system. So I know what I see is what everyone else is most likely to see. Keeping it on the simpler side it makes me like CSS for that reason, but not everybody thinks about CSS that way. So if I ever have to try understand someone else's, I struggle with it a little bit, to be totally honest. It just, I don't know, maybe I just don't have a good mental model of it, but it's always been a little tough for me. In fact, I wonder if what's going on here is a specificity thing. Like, does the specificity of this override what I'm putting in here? I think it might actually. I think that might be part of the issue, but I just don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, it's a step in the right direction. Okay, so the padding is working now. That's kind of nice to see. See, now the line number gutter thing looks weird. Of course. It's most recently read that is priority. Right. So there's priority in terms of, like if you read this last, that's higher priority than something you read earlier. But I think there's also a thing where it's not priority so much as specificity, if that makes sense. So for example, you can get a div that matches. There's a div that only has the .CodeMirror class. But if there's a div that matches the CM Nord and CodeMirror thing, even if the order of these is flipped, because this is more specific, that's where the themes values should come from. But maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. See what I mean? Like see, I am wrong because now this is behaving differently. My brain, it's exploding. Also, the borders are still not disappearing because why would they, right? Okay. Let's not get, I shouldn't get all worked up about this. It's not that big a deal. Okay, that is matching. That's pretty nice. I have to get the correct colors coming here. So what I have to do is go into the clip settings here and make this equivalent for options out. I'm not sure I want line numbers on the output. We'll leave it like that. That should be okay. All right, at least we've got, oh, that's a little ugly, but that's fine. At least we've got decent looking output here now too. That makes me happy. What I don't love is I've ended up duplicating a lot of styling here. I only really want it to be in one spot, please, preferably. Oh, maybe let's try this. Let's do. So maybe I'm clearly wrong about what I thought about specificity and stuff like that. So let's put this at the bottom, get rid of this again, and see what's what here. Okay. Okay, and the borders are gone. Okay, here we go. This is looking all right. Now we're going nicely with this. That's good. Let's try. Let's clean this up a little bit there. Yeah, perfect. Height, 100%. Is that gonna work? Nope, that didn't do it. Okay, I can figure that out too. Oh, maybe no, I don't. Oh, maybe I have to do this as well. Since the root is what is, since it's inside the root element, maybe I do need to make the root element 100% height. Okay, that's not working, and that's okay. Let's figure it out. Oh, okay. Okay, there's something. So the reason I want it to be kind of like that is I'm sort of picturing this being like you load this up and you've got an editor on this left side and you've got a view on the right here, like I set up all of my videos and streams, you know, where you can write code in the left and visualize things on the right and play around with it. And then you scroll down and there's documentation about the features of the library and stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to do here. The editor I want to be, well, probably 80% view height. The little console output here to be at the bottom here, and then the SVG output to be kind of right here, and then any user would be using it more likely at a size like this kind of thing. So you can kind of, the idea is it just bootstrapping a really simple client-side editor. That's the whole idea. Oh, that's kind of, there's a lot of lines that they make it. Yeah. Let's try clip snippet. Height 80 view height, and the width 50 view width. Oh, it's all scrunched. And so that's kind of cool looking. And now let's check this thing out. Inspect this one. No, not. Code mirror scroll. That's incorrect. I have to go up a layer or two yet. Okay, this one I think is probably the one I'm looking at or looking for. Clips result. Ah, perfect. Okay. Oh, that's totally the wrong. There we go. Clips results. See, this is not so bad. Now we're cooking. Height of that should be 20 view height, and the width of that I suppose should be 100, right? Yeah, that's fine. Now the only trick is getting the SVG render in the right spot and making this look a little cleaner here. But it's actually not so bad. It's getting there bit by bit, yeah. You're right about that. All right. So we'll peek at this friend of mine. Position absolute. Now what? How do you do that doesn't make sense to me. Auto. Top. Auto. No, that's not right. I don't know what I'm doing. Position absolute. Oh. Maybe it's also float. Float. Oh, that's display, right? I don't know what I'm doing. Display. Float. Where am I trying to get the SVG to show up? Yeah, so I want the SVG, whatever size the user sets it at, I want the starting corner of the SVG to be right here. So I kind of want it to be, I don't know if it's, I'm not sure if I'm using the right terms, but positioned always at the very top of the page and 50% of the way in, so that the corner of the SVG sits right here next to the editor. The idea being a user can stick their SVG view or thing in there and size it however they want and stuff like that. Maybe I might have a little option here to render into the side view or render beneath. I don't know yet, but position absolute. Okay. Let's give that a shot. Oh boy, it's all complaining. Position absolute. Let's get rid of all this stuff, please. That might get you started. Yeah, who knows? Oh, that is how you do that. Gotcha. I guess position relative would work as well, right? Let's try that. Position top 0, left 50, right? 50 view width. No clue if that'll work, but let's try it. Incorrect. Hey, time tick. How are you? Yes, as in yes, relative should work? Is that what you're referring to? Oh, it's ID, not, it's not a class, it's a single thing there. Hey, yeah, there we go. Yeah, good call, you were correct. Oh. So the relative to top is not working the way I thought it would. I'm guessing that it's relative to the top of whatever it's contained in, not the top of the whole page specifically. Maybe that's the difference between absolute and relative, I suppose. That might be what it is. Let's try. If I could spell it properly. Yeah, okay, so it was absolute after all. You're right, Mike. I should never have doubted you. If you have other div tags above it, the page will load those up first. Ah, okay, gotcha. It's all coming together. Okay, well, let's try let's copy this, paste it right in here. No need to delete that actually. Let's do this. Oh no, thank you. I want this. There. Yeah. All right, so this is going to be failing because these are not defined. I need to do this. So I think what I want to do, I'd probably want to directly import all of these so I don't have to do the qualified names like this. This one, I have to pull in a new library actually, but that's okay. TF is not defined. I know. Don't worry about that. Skip. No, SVG-CLJ dot transforms as TF. Okay, no errors. So let's show circles. That's pretty cool. I like that's nice. I like that. I'm wondering, oh, I should also, I can scale it up too. Yeah. That's making me really happy. That can kind of mess around with the library right in the browser like this. Not too shabby, honestly. Let's see, does scroll work the way I want it to? Kinda. It does scroll, that's a good thing. Kind of wonder if I should split this, let's say 60-40 kind of thing. 55-45 maybe. What else can I do with this sort of thing? Oh, let's change this number. Well, that even that looks cool. There's all kinds of fun stuff to do here. That is satisfying. All right, I want to think about some improvements here and there. What would be a good thing to do? One, this now needs some kind of delineation here. Maybe an inset shadow or maybe a top border line at least for this part. I think that would be important. The background color here is it really sticks out. Wonder if I should try to have a different color so you know it's the view area, but at least not such a stark contrast, so that it's a little easier on the eyes. How about that? I think that would be a good idea. Oh, also, here, let me a little paste here. Let's load it up in a wider working space. See, that's not so bad, right? Like, I'm pretty happy with that. I even wonder if I should not see this here, if I shouldn't make it span the entire thing. I don't know. Once again, I find myself worrying too much about little details. Let's put some kind of shadow on this. This is the wrong library. Skip. There we go. I also, while I'm thinking about it, let's see. Okay, so see, that's kind of nice. You can treat the top of this as an editor, and you can scroll down, and I could put, you know, document content in here to make it kind of a nice readable thing. Speaking of, let's add my CSS resources into here now. So let's split the CSS a little bit here. We've got Oh, I only need to do this. Let's pop this up by one level. There we go. Okay, so this CSS is clips related. And then this CSS here is docs related. I can do this. And now I'm going to see what conflicts that creates, because I think it might mess up. Yeah, see that? It created a little problem around this, but that seems like I could fix it relatively easily. A little bit worried that there might be scroll conflict. You know what I mean? If you want to scroll down, but let's not worry about that yet. Let's get the padding figured out. I believe that's coming from... Where is that coming from? Let's see. There we go. Okay, so there's probably a way to fix that, right? I probably can do I know. Okay, let's structure this just a bit differently. So we've got app, render, and we've got document. Which, so what I can do is go here, and so for body, do I have body defined twice by accident? It might be. Yes, I do. Oops. Okay, so here what I think I can do is first of all, I think if I put this here, and then this one down here, I can actually do docs. I think that'll exclude the margin padding stuff from the top part. Oh. Oh, I changed the target. That's my bad. So instead of root, I plunk that into render. That's fine. That's good. And here, that's what I'm looking for. I put it into app instead. Oh, it didn't work. Accidentally zoomed in too. Okay, let's see. Oops. It's down here now. Where did I put it? In a random spot. Okay, so maybe it's not like that. Maybe it's just this. Does that make the difference? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that, oh, although that's not, doesn't seem to be working at all now. Okay, so that was wrong. Oh no, actually it might be right. I'm putting the H1 in the wrong spot now. Hopping around like mad here trying to get this stuff working properly. Alright, so now what I actually need to render another component. Right, so I'm rendering the app into the app there, and I want to render everything else. So in this case, let's do the H1 here. Docs. I forget what I had put in there before. It doesn't matter yet. And we'll render that into the docs part. And I think that might help me out with the formatting of the docs independently. Maybe. Oh, it's doc. Not docs. No, I don't want that. I want to see this. Well, okay, let's just change this a little bit then. This is not a big deal. I can do this. That's good. This font size I'll probably change to. Let's actually just get rid of this. Move it up to here for a minute. Instead of putting it into the body, we'll just put it right in docs only. And I think that might be what I'm looking for. Maybe. Once again, doc, not docs. Being a goose. There we go. That looks correct. All right, that's good. That's an improvement for sure. Sweet. All right, so now with that, I can continue. Let's do let's do material drop shadow. That looks pretty good. Oh, that looks really nice actually. I just want a one-liner here though. Filter, drop shadow, is that right? I'm sure it's good enough. Zoop. Okay, let's try that on. I can change this from root to app, I think now. And I was gonna put this on the clip snippet here. See how it looks. I see no drop shadow. I see the font size is what I wanted, so that's nice. The docs font size looks independent of that, which is good. And let's try to find that drop shadow. Maybe it is there, but it's really hard to see because it's dark backgrounds and stuff. Though something tells me that's not what's happening. Wherefore art thou, drop shadow? Filter is on. It is not what I thought. Maybe it's just way too subtle. Oh, I see it right there. Okay, so the shadow's there behind. I was hoping it would pop over this here. So instead of doing that, let's do, instead of drop shadow, well, actually, maybe drop, no. Maybe instead of fancy shadows, it's fine to just do simple lines. That's not a bad idea either. But I like a little drop shadow, it's kind of fun. See how that looks. That's really subtle, but you can see it a little bit there. Not too shabby. I think I have an idea though. I think you're doing a pretty small drop shadow as well. Yeah, so the sizing of it I was gonna fiddle around with once I knew it was actually rendering. But duly noted. I'm not supposed to be looking there. Huh, okay, that actually worked. So if I make the position of this relative, so I don't know if you can see that clearly in the stream, but the idea, so I wanted to make the, oh man, the fuzziness on that font is weird. I wanted to make the editor part above with the Z index increase so that the line shows up here. Maybe that looks a little weird, but that's fine. It's a decent starting point. So using that simple approach, I'll fiddle around with these values to make the shadow appear a little bit better, but I can position absolute should be fine as well. And Z index 100's fine, just so that the snippet is above the result. And now let's quickly mess with this drop shadow sizing. First of all, let's make it a little less yeah, that's not bad. I guess the biggest effect is just to change the, oops. Let's do 10, 10, 10, and 20 even. And change that. I'm definitely more in the weeds with all of this than I actually need to be, but I need to not think about things too hard right now because I'm tired. So that's okay, actually. Even with these, oh wait, what? Oh no, position absolute is wrong. Silly goose. Oh, no, am I changing the wrong thing now? Like, no. This one has to be absolute. This one should be relative, I suppose. There we go. All right, that's not so bad. Okay, let's see how this looks. Kinda cool. Not too bad. That's okay too, like that. I don't mind that. I think it looks pretty decent. Okay, so that's gonna be good for that. I'm gonna go to the washroom for a minute, and then I'll try to think of improving this just a little bit more. Want to come up with a slightly cooler thing to have as a basis here, and then start adding some basic prose here for the documentation as a start, and that's it's pretty good headway, I think. I'll be right back though. All right, let's see here. What's good? What's good? It'd be nice to not have to do an explicit show call here, but that's not the end of the world, really. Ellipse 2030. Rotate 30. Yeah, it's all working. Very, very satisfying. I think one day it'd be really cool to have a more substantial editing situation where you can type code and it'll generate models, but they all have interactive points on them. And if you click and drag things to move them around, it live updates the parts of the code that define that area. That's currently beyond what I know I can do, but it seems like something that I could learn how to do. And it seems like it'd be a really powerful dual, like you connect it both ways instead of just a code to visual. You'd have code to visual, visual to code linked together. And I think that'd be a really awesome, fun way to work. Eventually. I think I'm gonna do something here to make the change the namespace up just a little bit. So let's do I don't need this one, I need this one. Here we go. Okay, SVG.main as SVG, refer, circle, ellipse, line, rectangle, oops, polygon, polyline, G, text, image, path, polygon, path, merge paths. What else? Style, of course. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh man. There we go. That's something. This is a horribly ugly way to do this, but I kind of want to I want to show the things that are available right up top instead of just doing like refer all. And you can't do refer all in Clojure script anyway, so this seems like a fine kind of way to do it. Make it explicit instead of hide the imports, right? That's the logic I'm going with here. What did I miss? Did I miss anything Oh, style I did miss. No, style's here. Okay, that might be everything. So that should mean once it evaluates, that shouldn't be true. That's peculiar. Why would that be happening? It does exist. Right? If I go into main, shapes, it's right here. That is strange. Polygon path doesn't exist. I don't know what's happening. Text doesn't exist. Polygon doesn't exist. Oh, it's just they all don't exist. They're that's not what I expected to happen. See, circle doesn't even exist, but it does. It's right here. Maybe the refer thing just isn't working, unfortunately. Okay, not perfect. Oh well. But why not? Let's try this. If I go into the namespace here, and I do this is the wrong project, of course. As SVG refer circle. Wonder if at least circle does exist. We'll try that. That's not it. Okay, well, let's try one other weird thing for a minute then. There is the option to load something from Git, I think. How does this work? Gadget. Okay, I'm gonna poke around for another 15 minutes and I'll get going for the day. That'll be enough, I think. Ugh, they're just pointing back and forth to each other, unfortunately. Yeah, that's mildly frustrating. That's okay. They're maybe in... examples. This isn't it, is it? I'm just trying to find something that's helpful, and I'm sorry that it's not working out the way I wanted to. I need an example of how to load a Git repo. That's what I'm trying to do. But they don't have that right in the README. They pointed to a blog post, but I can't see the source of that post, so I don't know how to write it. Maybe it's in the browser source, so I'll open that and try that again at least. That might be helpful. Let's try it one more time. Let's have a look. I don't think this is going to be helpful. Doesn't look like it's... no. I need the source to see what was written in order to get the externals and stuff like that. Well, let's not worry about that right now. I'll do this. Let's get this over into that spot. Let's undo this. Just make it SVG again. And here we can nope. Circles, yes, perfect. Okay. That should be good. Minus the fact that the color is wrong again. That's okay though. We don't need it to be exactly the same. Oh, I broke it. I do need to escape these. There we go. Right, I need to pull in one more thing. Transforms as TF, and then I need to do TF/rotate point. Right. That's kind of a gross color. That's pretty funny. That would be fixable by looking at the example code and getting the right color again. Not what I meant to do. Okay, that's definitely not bad. Let's make the 4's too much. 3 is good. Yeah. And let's make this, we'll do it this way, 400, 400, 2, width, height, scale. There we go. All right, that's certainly better than nothing. It's a good start. There's a lot of room to improve it further yet, but you know what? That's not so bad. Yeah, let's build a section here. Oop. That's strange looking. Let's do split, please. There we go. There we go. Mount doc. Okay, so the document is actually going to be doc like that. And here I can do def doc. Paste that in and start building out a little bit of structure here. Here you can play around with the functions in from the SVG-CLJ library and see your drawing live, update live as you change your code. I wonder if I should not have this visible, you know? I'll leave it visible for now. I think what I'll do is get this pretty much as you see it uploaded to my GitHub page and just link to it in my README or something like that. That's not a bad idea, I think. I think that'll be pretty helpful. So let's go here. See that it is working. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Cool. Okay. Does that oh, it does. Cool. Neat. All right, I'm reasonably happy with that. Let's inspect this element, render. Okay, so before I go, that is a good thing to change. I can change the background of the render just a bit, not to that blue, that's a little too much, but to something. And all I need to do is change the height to also be 80. And the background color can then be, let's go Nord theme. Let's pick one that's not too bad looking. I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. Let's see. We'll see how it looks. Where'd it go? Here we go. It's barely no. There you go. That's not too bad at all. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say that looks nice, and I'm going to save this and make sure I can. Let's try build it for a second here. I think I used to have an embed script, and I forget how I've embedded these things before. I'm going to change one thing. I keep saying that. I keep saying it, but I keep thinking of little things that would make it just a little better. Oops. This will just be 75. Oop. The render 75. That way you can always hit the bottom of the screen and scroll your mouse a little bit easier. Then you're not trapped in scrolling. There you go. It's beautiful. Okay, now a quick look at how I've compiled things in the past. And that would be, let's go to the dumbbell thing. I've got an embed script in here, right? Yes. Let's copy that and modify it to our needs. Good old Babashka. This won't quite work. It'll almost work. The script can go there, that's fine. Style can go there, that's fine. I need to make sure that the right divs show up. Oh, I also need the right script tags at the top. So all I need to do there is just make sure this is the right structure. I'll just do this. Yes. Oh, that's not quite right. These meta tags would be good. Had a phone call, had to step away to take it. How goes the CSS battle? Pretty good. So I'm basically gonna call this thing good enough for putting into my oh, what? It's almost good enough to put into my library's README. It's working the way I want it to. I mean, this background thing aside, but that's a very minor change. I'm just modifying a little embed script so that I can make a single HTML file, put that on my GitHub pages, and then link it to so that people can try out the library a little bit here. And I'm going to have this as the base example that they can play around with, because it's working. Yeah, so that's feeling pretty nice. Yeah, nice. I think so too. I agree. Yeah, looking good. So the obvious things here that can become problems is you could make, like, since this code is rendering something into the DOM, it's relatively easy to completely break the view of the site. But this is not meant to be an actual production tool. It's just a playground, and it's running purely in the client, so it's not going to hit and ruin my servers or anything weird like that. It's just the user would have to refresh their own page. So that's just going to be fine, right? Like, the scope of this thing is, hey, try this out, not, hey, do all your work in this, because it's definitely not good enough for that. So I don't mind if things go out of whack. Like, if you somehow figure out a way to load reagent and overwrite the DOM that holds the editor, so then you lock yourself out of making edits. Like, you could totally do that, but you're only making your own day a little worse. So it's not a huge problem. Okay, right. It's this embed script. Let's finish that up. Maybe. Oh, right. I'm just realizing why. I think I'm realizing why the render is a little bit off here. So the render has a height, it's got a left, but it doesn't have a width associated with it. So let's put a width there. That's also going to be 50. Yeah, that'll be good. There we go, that's looking a little nicer. It doesn't load in the most beautiful way, but again, just bare bones stuff here. I'm totally okay with that. All right, let's fix this embed thing and see if we can get something going nicely. Resources, HTML. Have to cut out a bit early. Will I be streaming tomorrow? Yeah, I will be able to stream tomorrow. I've got things sorted out nicely on my end, so things should be good to go. Yeah, thanks for asking. Thanks for checking in, of course. Yeah, so after, best of luck with the rest of the stream. Yeah, thanks. I won't be going for too much longer, but I appreciate you stopping in. I hope you have a good one. And yeah, so there's no guarantee I'll be able to stream for a bit after tomorrow. So maybe stop in just to say hi and just to just so I can let you know what my thoughts are as to when I will next be back, so that we don't so that I don't abandon you entirely, you know. But of course, no pressure. Take your dog for a walk. Hope things are well for you. For sure. Make sure to at least pop in. Cool. I'm gonna also put a little announcement somewhere on my channel page or something like that, so hopefully it is all clear enough. Anyway, I won't keep you. Have a good one. Where do I need to paste this? Right under the title. Yeah, that's good, right? Yeah, that's good. Hopefully I can make this work. I think probably I'm gonna get going and I'll just try all this off stream. It's probably not that exciting, so that'll be it. I think yeah, I think I'm gonna get going now. Anyone who's been tuned in or will tune in at some point, thank you always for that. I really do appreciate it. Consider checking out my YouTube page as well if you're able to see the comments. Well, I guess not. My keyboard's not working. It's all going sideways. There we go. Feel free to consider looking at the YouTube page. Looks like this. It doesn't look like this. It's not loading. There you go. This is me. I upload Clojure videos, 3D modeling, that sort of stuff. If that's interesting to you, give it a look. I also have a VODs channel where I do upload somewhat regularly the VODs from these streams, so you can check that out too if you want. That's all I've got. I hope anyone who's watching this or has a good night. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll catch you later. Bye.